4, visibility 10, patchy fog, few clouds at 5,000, 6,000 scattered, temperature -2, dew point -2, Anaktuvik Pass, wind 010 at 5, visibility 1 1/4, ceiling 400 overcast, temperature 0.
Me and Edna are the last ones left to actually live out here. The rest live in Fairbanks, and they just commute from Fairbanks out here, spend a month or two, and then they go back. And this is the only national wildlife refuge that has polar bears and moose and caribou. It's got a lot of media attention because they want to drill for oil here. The vast majority of Americans against it. Eventually, they just want to get people out of the land here. That's why this permit for us to be here is only good up until the death of our last child, and then after that, that's it.
It's Thomas. We are in the Brooks Mountains in Alaska, a few hundred miles north of Fairbanks, and basically the rest of civilization. We're going to the cabin of Heimo Korth and his wife Edna. He's been a trapper up here for 30 years, carved out his own life, lives completely by his wits with a little assistance from the occasional bush plane.
Heimo Korth moved to Alaska when he was 19 to get as far away as possible from human civilization. He met his wife Edna while living in an Eskimo whaling village on St. Lawrence Island in the Bering Sea. Eventually, he convinced her to move with him to the harsh Alaskan interior, more than 150 miles above the Arctic Circle, and even farther from the nearest roads, supermarket, or schools. Two of the last people allowed to live in an area the size of South Carolina. Their nearest neighbor is about 100 miles away, and the only chance of emergency medical care is by calling the Army for a helicopter ride. They've managed to raise a family out here while dealing with the fearsome climate, isolation, predators, and the drowning death of their firstborn daughter. The Korths migrate annually between 3 separate cabins. Rotating cabins keeps them from depleting the resources in any one spot and ensures that there should always be enough fur and meat available for them to make it through a winter. We're gonna spend a week with them and see what it's like to live on America's last frontier.
Just look for a straight gravel bar. Straight's the key thing, hopefully into the wind. Oh, there's his cabin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's his tent.
Landing should be still all right at this time.
My name's Heimo Korth, and this is where we live in the northeastern part of Alaska. It's beautiful, 3 degrees this morning.
My name is Edna Korth, and I'm glad you guys are here.
Already breaking in the gear. This is our lifeline. It's about to head back to Fairbanks.
Me and there are 6 others in the refuge that were here prior to it being a refuge. It's very commonly known as ANWR, you know, it's like abbreviated for Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. So once it became a refuge, I guess we were grandfathered in.
Bear alarm. Oh, look at all that meat.
People come out and they want to do this and they don't realize how it is.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And then they come out and pretty soon they realize, damn, it ain't like this. And they build a nice place and they spend 2 or 3 years just to tough it out, just to prove to themselves. Yeah. I mean, for someone to trap this far out like this, it took me years and years and years to get what we have here. Now, I come over here. The reason we set up this tent is because if the cabin ever burns down, the tent is here, it has a wood stove, it has wood in there, it has cots in there, it has extra clothes, extra sleeping bag that would actually save your life. It's very important. You know, I mean, to be out this far without something extra to get into, you're running a high risk. Stick the branches in like that. Here's the stock market, which really affects you out here. You know? Okay, do you think you can get it going?
I think so.
Okay, you'll learn really quick. Okay, close it up. Our youngest daughter and her husband were sleeping in here when they came up here last month, you know. Our other daughter, her child, we had the grandkid up here.
That's great.
Yeah.
When we built the house, when the girls were small, we put moss and logs.
Is there anything else between them? Like?
No, just moss.
Just moss and log.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rhonda, she's 24, and she's working at the emergency room. Corinne, she's married, and she's 20, and she works at Sportsman's Warehouse. She wants to go back to college. A week before you guys were here, they were both here for 10 days. But it was nice to have them out here, but kind of crowded.
Yeah.
Well. These are some of the caribou that we shoot. These are the heads from the caribou, and we eat the heads. When we're going to eat them, we just saw off the horns and skin the head, and then we take the eyeballs out, and then we roast the rest of it. We eat the tongue, the cheeks, the lip, the brain, everything.
It's good eating.
It is. It's a very good eating.
What's in the bag?
Oh, a bear skin.
Oh.
A bear skin. This bear came into the yard to get the meat.
How long ago?
A week ago.
Oh.
A week ago, yeah. I just walked over here, and all of a sudden I look up and there's a bear standing in front of me. Edna, I need my shotgun. So with this much meat around, he'll just keep coming back. It's not good.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to do something about it. This is caribou meat, the hind leg, a good healthy sign that if you kill an animal and it's fat, the animal's healthy.
Yeah.
If it's skin and bones, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
And this here is part of a moose neck here. Here's the side of ribs, you know.
It's huge.
Yeah. These fish are all king salmon.
Okay.
And these are the ones in the summertime I catch, and then we save these and use these for trapping bait. These are used primarily for marten, mink, link, wolf, wolverine, fox, weasel. Kenai, huh? She's half husky and half Akita to alert us when there's bear and stuff. So the dog stays outside because I don't believe in a dog coming in the house. I'm really against that. These drums are used for storing food. Craisins, you know, pancake mix. And this way a bear can't get into it. We have an extra satellite phone and it goes in there, and that is in case the cabin burns down.
How long have you had this cabin?
Oh, we built this one in 1984. And this pole here, this is a tree that was here and it died, but I attached the satellite phone antenna to it, and then this other antenna right straight up, that's for the aircraft radio, so I can talk to airplanes.
And the salad dressing and the guns?
You know, the shotgun in case there's a bear, it's rifle here for the caribou, and this 22 for grouse, and the salad dressing and all that. Keep it cool out there. Damn, let me get my coat, I'm freezing. You guys ain't cold?
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there now, I gotta get my coat. Hello, Edna. Oh, this is the antenna for the radio right here. In the middle of winter, geez, we pick up Europe easy. London comes in real easy. Tokyo, all that, and you know, China somewhere, I don't know. They all come in.
Are these all your traps?
All?
No.
This is maybe 1/100th of them right here.
Where are the rest?
All over.
Oh, they're already out and set.
Yeah, a lot of them. This is for marten and then mink and muskrat, you know, and this is a beaver snare here. We put this under the ice for beaver. And then here's more snares right here.
John and John, they're getting a shotgun. But I was saying, if the dogs go nuts, more likely or not, it's a moose or a caribou, but it could be a bear. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. Yeah.
Basically, they're like our bear alarm. I've just been wondering, when did you decide to go to Alaska?
I was just looking through their Outdoor Life magazine. You know what them are? Them hunting magazines. This is 1974 now, mind you. You know what I mean? You know, I'll write to hunting guides and see if they can use somebody. And he wrote back and he said, yeah, he uses packers to pack meat. I was young, 19 then. And I said, yeah, I'll go for it. So I did.
How did you get interested in the Arctic, though? Do you remember?
I just wanted to go someplace where there wasn't any people. And so the Arctic is one of the few places that there's no people.
Yeah. Where did you pick up all your trapping knowledge? Did you have to learn that when you got to Alaska, or did you?
Down in Wisconsin when I grew up, you know, a lot of it was trial and error.
Up here?
Yeah,
Yeah?
big time. Mm-hmm.
I just think it's weird that you would like to be. You're so social.
Why would I live out here?
Yeah, really expect you to be through your teeth. You were gonna say, you know, one-word answers.
Oh yeah, get out of here! Don't ask stupid questions.
Doing it wrong.
You know, just because you live out here doesn't mean you have to be like that.
Yeah.
The stomach needs food and the mind needs people.
Yeah.
I mean, people need other people. You just can't say, I'm going to be alone, you know,
Yeah.
That's not normal.
In your first couple of years, weren't you going it alone, though?
Oh, I was alone. I was only here from August until the 1st of March. 1st of August to the 1st
That's
of
still
March.
a very long time.
I know it is. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. When you're alone, that's a real long time. Yeah. I would never do that again. There's no way. I mean, that's not normal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad I got kids and, you know, daughters and, you know, it's just have family, you know, that's important. It's very important. Let's say if something happened to Edna that I was a widower, you know, no, I wouldn't do it alone. This one's done.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Why?
Is it my feet?
No, it's his.
What happened? I didn't step on the carpet.
No, it's all over the floor with black.
Well, of course it's black. I'm stepping in the mud right now. No matter what, it's my fault. So I'll just leave it at that.
Do you ever think about how long you can?
Live out here?
Yeah, you
Well,
can keep this lifestyle.
Well, I hope to die out here.
Yeah.
How's that sound? I just do it not because I want to be a survivalist. It's just because it's a way of life. Oh. Ah. Burned my lip. There you go. You ready?
Shall we?
Yeah, it's gone now. But I'm just listening for something swimming across the water. Yeah, you see across the river, right where my light is shining. I shot the caribou over there, and the gut pile is over there. You see, and when I came out here just now, I looked over there and I saw a pair of eyes looking at us, and I don't know what it was. Right there it is. See it over there. See it? See the eyes over there? Okay, nobody talk. Let's just go over there and get water. And listen, because if that starts swimming across the river, then tell me.
Water is as clean as the East River.
Kind of an eerie feeling, ain't it? You know, you look over there and you see two white eyes looking at it.
We had a good summer camp vibe going by the end of night one, but the monster eyes across the river served as a good reminder that we had a lot more to fear out here than constricted bowels and shitty cocoa.
You know, who saw the eyes besides me?
I think I saw
John?
something.
Here's the gun. You might as well take it anyways.
Being told to sleep with a loaded shotgun also didn't help.
It's another day in the Arctic. We got about 2 inches of snow last night. This morning, I woke up to a gunshot. That was evidently Heimo popping a squirrel. Just want to check on the temperature before we go in. It's 20 degrees. I think it's good to point out how far down these thermometers go, and that is to -80. But that shit hopefully happens months from now, not tomorrow.
There's a chair over there.
Oatmeal?
Okay.
How is oatmeal today?
Oatmeal's great.
There you go. The 22 for grouse and that.
Yeah.
You know, so we can have
dinner.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go, right on.
We do this every year. This time of the year we go fishing, Arctic grayling, so we could eat them at winter time. I went fishing a lot with my dad. I hunt and trap with him because I was the oldest.
Where did you grow up?
Sibunga, St. Lawrence Island.
I mean, you're following the same route you normally take.
After living out here for 35 years, you just know. It's just in you. A person just has a sense in them. You just know where you're going. Look at this. See these big slivers like that, and this and that? This was cut down with a stone axe, you know, prior to the white man coming here. Because there's still stuff out here like that.
When did you first come to the bush?
In 1982, we got to the lower cabin. Heimo has a little tiny cabin that you could walk around like this. I thought to myself, what am I getting into? And then 2 days later, I told him, you got to do something about the roof because I'm walking around. You hold the line, flip it back, and then as you cast, you leave go of the line.
Oh, did I? Shoot. I think I put it in the tree. Yeah, I've been having a really hard time, and then you got to remember it's this again and again and again and again times 50 to 100, which is huge. It's mind-boggling.
A little smaller. They're Arctic grayling. Oh, jeez. There you go. Let me get a second. Pretty they are. See the spots on them like that? And yellow underneath there like that?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. There we go. Yeah.
That's a nice one. That's a good size one, yeah. Shake it hard.
Oh, and it just comes right out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hold them like... No, you're going to hold them in case you miss.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my fingers smucked. Don't hit your fingers, but hit them hard, hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel like wait, that did it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There. See, we got a stringer of fish. It's supper tonight. Fry them up with rice and salad. How's that sound?
Sounds very good right now.
Dig in, you boys.
Good fish?
That's great. Hats off.
We're going to go hunt caribou. We're going to go climb up to a ridge and we're going to look for caribou, and hopefully there'll be caribou, and if there are, then we'll shoot a young bull or else a lone cow, and then we'll have some fresh meat.
Okay, this is where we're gonna hunt from?
Yeah, this is a little rock outcropping here. Like here, we got a good view. You see all the trails down there?
Yeah.
You just keep an eye on the trails, see if anything follows them. If they do, then we go after them, and that's it. And we'll be at it. Oy. This is my theory about mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Mankind was much better off a nomadic hunter. Once he started farming, civilization, it didn't improve. It went downhill from there. I mean, when you look at human beings, how long they've been on Earth, they were far more hunters and gatherers than what they were farmers. We're out to set some snowshoe hare snares. Tomorrow we're going to check them and hopefully we'll have a meal. It used the Earth's resources too much. It drained out, I mean, crime increased, diseases increased, life was too easy.
This is the snare.
Yeah. I kind of blame like Europe, you know, I mean, because everybody in Europe was a nomadic hunter, except I blame the Romans for coming there and trying to make people into, you know, farmers just like them. Is his tracks underneath the snare? You want the snare right there. Like in France, you know, the Gauls, they did that, and then in Britain too, they conquered them, and they were all just little tribes living off the land, like hunting. Food was semi-reliable, so then he bred more, had more children. So then the more children, the more mouths to feed. People live closer together, so in turn, disease came. See, I like it if you guys catch some too, because then when we eat it, you'll feel better. It's a good feeling. It's better than going to the store and buying something. That doesn't give you the same feeling, you know, if you go out and hunt it or something. And now what happened to the Roman civilization?
They all got lead poisoning.
Yeah, that's right, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, there is only X amount of resources on this earth, and we're using it up at an unbelievable rate.
What about drilling? You
No,
aren't really
I'm not,
for that, right?
no, not really. No, I'm not for that.
If there was as much oil in there as there is in Saudi Arabia, would you think it was okay for?
Yeah, but it isn't like that, so it's
Yeah.
not even close
So,
to
yeah.
that. It ain't there. It just ain't there. And so, I mean, what are we going to do another 5,000 years if we're here? You know, how much oil is there? You know, if they're going to be using oil, you know, and then how many more people can this earth feed? That's another issue. The state opened the beaver season early now because there's so many beaver and hardly anybody's trapping them, so we're going to go trap us some beaver. I mean, things got really, really bad in the world over, not just, you know, in one country, but the world over. It's the suburbanite and the urbanite that's going to suffer. Because the rural people, they're going to have the food, and they're going to know how to get the food. Not just planting, but hunting and that.
What's that tree for? Whoa.
747.
Oh, yeah, it has to be.
You like seeing the planes?
In some way, yeah, because it's, even though we got radio, it's still, it's like there are people out there, you know what I mean?
It's nice to have a little contact.
Yeah, like when 9/11 was there, you know, remember they stopped all air traffic for a while, and there was no jets, you know, zero, nothing, you know. And it almost felt kind of lonely, you know.
Did you hear about 9/11 on
Oh,
radio?
well, I heard it on the radio. It's like, what? So, you know, but I never have seen the actual footage of the jet hitting the towers.
No.
I've never seen that in my life. Never. Because, you know, we were out here, there's no TV. Okay, first one. Now watch. You see the bottom there and everything? And just set this down like this. And push it into the mud good. Okay, that's the first one. Now we put one more with a bunch of sticks like this. That's it. It's just so vast, huh? It just goes forever and ever and ever. No roads, no trails, no people, nothing.
I don't know whether that's comforting or terrifying.
Well, it's comforting me, but it depends the way everybody feels different about that, you know? Yeah. I feel safe. That way, I feel safe. You check Mammoth Mountain, Groy Mountain. Give me the binoculars. Let me look over there on the mountains.
Heimo just saw a bunch of caribou coming down off the ridge, so we're gonna go up on the tundra and try to head them off. This is the Korth's last chance to get some meat. You know, they're well stocked. They could survive without it, but you know, it would be nice for them if before the herd heads off, they could take one more.
If something scared them, yeah. If they ran into a wolf or bear. Shit. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yes. Damn. Well, when they came out, they cut that way a bit. That's no caribou today yet. Maybe on the way home, who knows? We'll find out. Just keep trudging along. Something killed the calf caribou here. Either wolf, wolverine, or bear. One of the two.
Oh yeah, look at all that fur.
Yeah. The bone, see the pelvis bone and the backbone?
How long ago do you think?
Oh, I don't know. That was probably when all them caribou came through in the end of September.
Ooh, grizzly.
Let me get the saw. See all the eggs in there? Full eggs.
Is that the whole year's catch?
No, that's not 135 mark. That's only like 50 or something like that. I'm into movies somewhat, you know. I like the sci-fi movies, you know, like the aliens and stuff like that. I like stuff like that. Transporter, born in East LA, Addams Family. Munich takes a long time. That's like almost a 3-hour movie. Predator or whatever.
That night, after looking through family photos on Edna's gas-powered laptop,
We'll watch this one.
Heimo treated us to a special screening of Predator. The irony of watching Major Allen Dutch Schaefer try to trap and kill Predator in the company of a fur trapper did not escape us. Nor did Heimo waste any opportunity to point out when and how Schwarzenegger's various Predator traps were total bullshit. At this point, it was very easy to forget that we were on the furthest brink of human civilization, and not just sprawled out on a friend's couch, basking in the glow of a TBS staple.
Apparently there were bear tracks near where the outhouse is.
What the fuck are they doing? The next morning, our feelings of suburban safety and contentment were vanquished for good by the discovery of bear tracks near the cabin.
Here they come again. Good morning.
Morning. We'll show you.
See, you went to find the tracks.
Yeah, we'll have to show you. We got to get rid of him because otherwise he's going to wreck your tents and everything. That's not a joke.
He's going to have somebody then.
Right there. That's the track. Yeah. Those paws are enormous.
This is the time of year that bears are putting on their last few pounds before going into hibernation. And Heimo guaranteed us that our nocturnal visitor would not only be returning soon, but would continue to do so until either it was dead or we were.
See where you scrape the ground to cover the carcass? Where's the carcass? Under all that. He covers it. Right nearby. Guaranteed to attack us. If he comes behind us, I want you to duck down like that, so because I'm going to shoot over you. Hey, bear! Hey! Hey! Pretty spooky back there, huh? Yeah.
Just with the carcass and the... So is he eating the other bear carcass?
Oh yeah, they do that all the time. Yeah. They eat one bear, eat another bear constantly.
No manners amongst bears.
Well, remember he raked it all in and covered the carcass
Oh, you
like
got to
that?
see the carcass. All our farcical bear alarm jokes from earlier in the week were revisited, but this time in deadly earnest. If we so much as needed to shit, we had to take a shotgun with us and establish that we were in clear shouting distance of someone else.
Apparently there are bear tracks near where the outhouse is. I've been told to carry this with me.
Don't shoot this way.
Right.
If you see him on that side, shoot at him.
Right. And a killing shot is where? Like head or the heart?
On the chest.
Chest?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
So we're eating moose tacos tonight?
Yeah.
Taco night.
Heimo's favorite. You'll see I'll just have 2 taco shells tonight, and there's 10 or 12 in a box. He'll eat the rest.
How do your daughters eat a lot?
Yeah.
Were you worried when they were little about bringing them up out here?
Oh, no.
No?
I taught them since they were 5. And
Heimo told me went to boarding school for a couple of years. Or I don't
yeah, both of the girls did, because I think it's time for them to move. You know, I told them I didn't want to teach them anymore because I don't want to do high school again. There. We just open it. It's too hot.
It's too cold. The first taco I ever had, it's like I fell in love with it. I said, man, what have I been missing all these years? Oh, it was good. Ooh, I loved it. Any kind of Mexican food, I had to come to Alaska to have it first. Alaska. This year is exceptionally weird. It really is. This is the 3rd time a neighbor come in.
I think that is. There are more of them?
I think so. Until everything's resolved, we're going to have to stick close, you know.
know. And what'll it sound like?
The dog will tell us in a heartbeat, you know. That me and Edna and you, we're going to have to boogie out real quick and take care of it.
I'll be the last person.
You're going to be right with us. You and me will be in the lead, especially you. You'll be.
Heimo just heard the dog bark. We may have gotten our visitor.
Come on. This is serious. He's there.
And somebody else.
No, I need you, Mom. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Mommy, gun's right here. Extra shells. Hey, John, in that box up there, wooden box, reach for some pack of shotgun shells. There are 5 in there. Okay? When we walk up there, quiet. Nobody talk. We just have the light. Crazy. There.
Wait for me, Mr. Korth.
Don't get upset.
It just got dark. There is a bear. Oh my god. This is... The bear's making some terrible fucking noise, but I don't know if it's... Oh. It sounds like the bear's moving. Dad, can we come? We're good? We can shit in peace. The bear is dead.
Imagine if you got attacked by that. Fuck.
Was he on all 4s or was he up high?
He was all 4s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all 4s, and then
that makes it harder to shoot.
Once he was hit, he was rolling around all over just like a ball, and that was even worse.
That's terrifying.
To try shoot him.
Hey.
That could take a chunk out of you in a heartbeat.
Yes.
It was so dark that we kept shooting, and I know I missed a bunch because I couldn't see the bear in the sights of my gun. The dog knew there was something amiss, and then I could hear the bear back in there, and that's when I ran in the house and got Edna and everybody. Come on, we got to go. I couldn't see the bear in the sights of my gun, and as you saw, it was a big bear. It was a really big bear, and he's gone. And we
to bear heaven.
And we protected us and property. Otherwise, he might have killed a dog. So we lost the dog already. A bear came in the yard and ate the dog alive. You know, and that was pretty sad. That's that's life in the Arctic. You know, it's just the way it goes.
You guys will be sleeping good tonight.
Well, everybody.
Yeah. Morning. I am really a little bit uncertain which one. I've got no clue what day of the week it is either. I just realized.
Don't fall, Mom. A lot of air bubbles, huh?
How are we looking?
The situation looks quite bleak.
Ah.
Maybe in the morning. We'll just come here in the morning and see what's there. Just have to do that.
We gotta go deal with that bear right now. It's just like lying there in the middle of the trail. We're gonna have to skin it, de-skull it, and do something with the meat that doesn't involve leaving it for another bear to come and try to eat. There's the bear. Still dead?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to fool with a bear like this. You'd be in deep doo-doo. Stinks. Whew. Because his belly was full, so he stink pretty bad. 2, 3. Oh.
He, oh God. Oh, that's,
Terrible, huh? You got a good whiff of that, huh?
I got plenty. He basically just deflated in that air. Oh my God.
Pretty rank, huh?
That was some rank air. That was worse than anything I'm gonna do on this trip. Oh, is this gonna happen again now?
Yeah, he's kind of rigor mortis in here. You smell?
Yeah. He does.
And I could use somebody else to help too. You guys spread the arms, okay? Watch your fingers.
Yep.
I learned this from a hunting guide that I work for. He taught me how to skin bears. Without him, I wouldn't be up here. He's the one that offered me the job, so I moved up here. Okay, now bend down hard, real hard. There you go. That's what we needed. Now, I should put on a pair of rubber gloves because you're gonna grab the meat now. I mean, this is more than one slug. And right here, look at that. You see what I'm saying?
Like, I feel like a lot of people would see this and just automatically be like, this guy must hate animals.
No, I don't hate animals, not in the least, you know, because I want them to see them here all the time. I do.
Yeah, you live among them.
Everybody's ancestors were hunters and trappers. Everybody. Hold that leg, grab this one. You and me, Thomas, pull this one. You gotta lift it up, it's gonna be hard. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Just like this. Okay, tell you what, to keep that clean, fold that there like that. That's good, there we go. Put your fingers in the nose and, really, can you do it?
Yeah. Oh, that feels kind of odd.
Okay, now.
Oh, there's the ears, there's the eyeballs.
There you go.
There's our bear.
I gotta cut that skull off. The skull has to be brought to the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. I mushed up the skull bad.
These are all shots that are gonna give me nightmares.
It's not so bloody this way, you know what I mean? Okay, push it down like this. Okay, there. 1, 2, 3. Once we get on the snow, it'll be easier.
Oh, it is easier. Funeral procession for a bear.
To there. That's good. Okay. Well, let's go check snares.
When do you start getting really busy with the trapping? Like when does that kick in?
In November.
November?
Yeah.
And how long does it last? Like
until March, I'll be really busy. Trapping every day. Nothing. First one empty. See it? It's right down here. See the snare you set there? David's is empty. Too much fox and wolverine hanging around.
So that's why we don't have.
That's why the bunnies, you know, they either killed them or else the bunnies took off to Timbuktu. Because they ain't going to stand around with all these wolverine and fox around. Who set this one?
Maybe me.
You got a bunny. There's part of supper.
Look at that. These things are really big. Wow, I snared my first bunny.
Yeah?
Well, I'm sorry it was a struggle, but I'm happy we have food.
Crazy, this guy, he caught a fish and he got a bunny.
Heimo got a bunny, but it's alive. How are you gonna dispatch this bunny? Is that the final? I gotta admit, that was a little bit rough.
What was?
You know, it's kind of like buying it at the supermarket. Was the first time that we found it, and it was the deed had already been done.
Well, this time I had to do it.
And this time you had to do it, yeah.
Well,
so you have to. I'd have to get used to that.
Well, I grew up like that.
Does it ever affect you?
Bother me?
Yeah. Do you ever feel bad for? You ever feel bad?
Well,
for
it didn't suffer. I mean, because
no.
it.
No more than it would, like in the wild.
Oh God, no.
I mean, I order a rabbit on menus. Just because I don't see it happening doesn't mean it's not happening. And it's probably happening a lot worse than what you did.
You darn right it is. Hey, I'll show you once, and then the next one you do, okay?
I do myself, okay.
Okay. Wet
A
your
little bit of
hands a
rigor.
little bit.
Uh-huh.
Right where this joint is there, just in that joint area. Pull it like this, and the skin will pop.
No knife cuts.
No knife cuts. Stick your finger right here.
Uh-huh.
Go right to the butthole area, and come up and around. You grab the whole tail part and everything, the poop chute and all that, and pull it like this.
Okay. You know, there wasn't a time when, like, all us animals, you know, hung out together. We treat them.
Animals are not people. That's a Disney World. I mean, people that say, my cat or else my dog, that's my kid, that's my child, that's a bunch of baloney. It's not even close. There, okay, just cut up now, cut up. They can have their dogs and pets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that's not going to come close to another human being. You can't rate an animal with a human. That's not right. There. Skinned and gutted your first bunny.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Ready? Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Can you tell me where we're walking to right now?
Oh, we're gonna go up on the ridge by our daughter's cross up there. The daughter we lost out here. We put flowers there every year. So that's what we're going up there for now.
Heimo and Edna's daughters, Kryn and Rhonda, are grown and live in Fairbanks now. Heimo and Edna, however, had another daughter named Colleen before either of them was born. When Colleen was 2, she and her parents were crossing the Colleen River in a canoe when it tipped over and she was swept away by the current.
We were floating down to the lower cabin. We had that sweeper on the bank. It tipped us over. She drowned and floated. We couldn't reach her in time. Only thing we found from her was her little boot. We call it Goroy Mountain. We name after our daughter. We used to call her in Eskimo little pigs that eat a lot. We say gurois.
Did you try to have this hill renamed?
Yeah, you got to go through a couple committees. The state said that she didn't do anything significant.
That's awful.
Basically.
She would have been 28 years this year.
Daré. That's the Eskimo word for come. Daré.
He said it wrong. It's Dougie.
Say it, Mom.
Dougie.
Sounds a lot nicer when she says it.
I told you you'd make things worse.
Oh, come on. Well, this is something we were going to do whether you guys were here or not. And we had to do it before the snow got too deep. And it's a beautiful day for it.
A little bit.
I don't know how to use one of these things. Oh, there. You want this? Yeah. You want this? There it is, yeah. She's a real picky eater in the beginning, but once she starts, she won't stop.
Does it bum you out that like there aren't a new generation of like Heimos and Ednas to come out here? Like that once you guys are gone, there probably won't be in Anwar. There won't be another set of people living.
Another final frontiersman?
Yeah.
I mean, the youth nowadays, very few are interested in the outdoors. And a lot of them don't know survival skills, which is sad. Because they could run into a situation where they need that to save their life, you know? Because you never know what's going to happen in life.
Last day of camp. We got little gifts from Edna. She made us. Mine is a foxskin keychain toggle, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm gonna miss this old cabin. All right, this is it. Supposed to be snow coming in tonight, and the seasons are about to change in a really major way. It's gonna get a lot colder than it's been when we've been here, and hunting season's gonna give way to trapping season. Folks like Heimo and Edna and the bush pilots out here, they're the last. I mean, they're some of the last people from whom you can learn like this, dying skill set. They ain't supermen. They're ordinary people who learned how to do it and then went out and did it. I'm now capable of feasting off rabbit that I have caught. These are all, these are all skills we can rediscover.
All right, guys. Goodbye. Have a good winter.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. All right, bye. and Edna, we got our, when we go, you know, I told her if I go first, you know, where to put me. I mean, if they find me out here, that's the thing, if they find me. And then my ashes are gonna be way up in there. That's where I wanted them. And then Edna said she wants to be here, you know.